Have you ever wondered why some people seem to handle money better than others? It's a question that piques our curiosity, and the answer lies within the fascinating realm of the psychology of money. Penned by the astute financial thinker Morgan Housel, this book delves into the intricate web of our behaviors, beliefs, and biases toward money. It's not just about numbers or economic theories. Instead, it's a journey into understanding how our perceptions shape our financial decisions and ultimately our lives. From the allure of wealth to the fear of poverty, from the thrill of risky financial adventures to the comfort of safe savings, our relationship with money is a complex and deeply personal one. Housel's book explores these nuances, shedding light on the psychology behind our financial choices. It's a profound exploration that goes beyond the surface, beyond the bank accounts and balance sheets, to the very core of our financial being. Ready to dive into the human mind's fascinating relationship with money? Buckle up. The book's first chapter, No One's Crazy, begins with a bold statement. It asserts that everyone's financial decisions are based on their unique life experiences and thus may seem irrational to others. It's a fascinating concept, isn't it? We're all shaped by our pasts, which in turn shape our financial behaviors. Let's delve into some examples from the book. Consider those who hoard cash, stuffing it under mattresses or in hidden safes. Some may label this behavior as crazy. Yet, when you learn that these individuals experience severe financial crises in their past, their actions take on a new light. It's not madness, it's caution born from experience. On the flip side, there are those who take high financial risks due to previous successes. They've tasted victory, and it has emboldened them to gamble again. To a cautious observer, this may seem reckless, but to them, it's just another calculated risk. So remember, what seems crazy to you might make perfect sense to someone else. Let's explore the role of chance in our financial lives. The second chapter, Luck and Risk, delves into the unpredictable nature of financial success and failure. It's a fascinating examination of how often we attribute our financial status to our own abilities and overlook the significant role of luck and risk. Take, for example, the successful entrepreneur who attributes his wealth to his hard work and business acumen. While these factors undoubtedly play a part, it's also likely that elements of luck, such as being in the right place at the right time, have played a significant role in his success. On the flip side, someone might blame themselves for a financial failure, not acknowledging that unforeseeable risks can sometimes lead to undesirable outcomes despite our best efforts. So, as the book suggests, always consider the roles of both luck and risk in your financial decisions. It's about recognizing the uncontrollable elements and making the best of what we can control. How much is enough? Let's find out. In the third chapter of The Psychology of Money, aptly titled Never Enough, we delve into the perilous realm of greed. It's an emotion that sits at the intersection of ambition and avarice, often leading individuals down a destructive path. Let's take a look at the story of Rajat Gupta, once a revered businessman. Gupta had achieved monumental success, yet he was not immune to the clutches of greed. His insatiable appetite for more led to his downfall, ultimately landing him in prison. The lesson here is a profound one. It's not about suppressing ambition. Ambition drives progress, innovation, and success. The problem arises when ambition transforms into greed, an unquenchable thirst for more that blinds us to ethical boundaries and the value of contentment. So remember, there's always a line between healthy ambition and destructive greed. Ever heard of the eighth wonder of the world? It's compounding. In the fourth chapter, Confounding Compounding, the book highlights the magic of compounding and how it plays a pivotal role in wealth creation. Imagine a snowball rolling down a hill, gathering more snow and growing larger with every roll. That's compounding for you. An initial amount of money growing exponentially over time. Now let's bring in an example from the book. Think about Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest people on the planet. It's fascinating to know that he made most of his wealth after the age of 50. How? You guessed it right, through compounding. His investments grew exponentially over the years, turning his millions into billions. This chapter underscores a vital lesson. If you want to build wealth, don't underestimate the power of compounding. Start investing early, be patient, and let your money grow over time. So, as the book advises, make compounding your financial best friend. What's harder, getting wealthy or staying wealthy? This question brings us to the fifth chapter, Getting Wealthy versus Staying Wealthy. where we delve into the different skills required for each. First, let's talk about getting wealthy. It's often a game of persistence, innovation, and sometimes a dash of luck. Imagine inventing a groundbreaking technology or perhaps winning the lottery. Now let's shift gears to staying wealthy. This part requires a whole different skill set. It's about discipline, long-term planning, and most importantly, effective money management. Think about some lottery winners who went broke because they couldn't manage their newfound wealth. In essence, getting wealthy might seem like the ultimate goal, but it's only half the battle won. The real challenge lies in staying wealthy. It's like climbing a mountain. Reaching the summit is an achievement, but the descent is equally, if not more, challenging. Remember, wealth isn't just about making money, but also about keeping it. Saving money isn't just about financial security, it's about freedom. Let's delve into the sixth chapter, Save Money. This chapter underscores the significant role of savings in offering choices and easing stress. It's not about hoarding every penny, but rather setting aside enough to allow for flexibility and peace of mind. A few examples from the book illustrate this beautifully. Take the story of a woman who, thanks to her robust savings, turned down a high-paying corporate job for a less lucrative but more fulfilling role at a nonprofit. Or consider the tale of the entrepreneur who, because of his savings, could take some time off to recharge and brainstorm his next big idea. In essence, having a nest egg gives you options and freedom. It allows you to make decisions based not solely on economic necessity, but on personal satisfaction and happiness. As the book suggests, think of savings not as a sacrifice, but as a step towards freedom. Is being rational always the best approach? Let's see. In the seventh chapter titled Reasonable Rational, the book The Psychology of Money explores a fascinating concept. It suggests that being reasonable, which involves considering one's own biases and emotions, often leads to better financial decisions than strictly adhering to rationality. Let's take an example from the book. During a market crash, some investors chose to hold on to their stocks, a decision driven by their personal beliefs and not necessarily by cold, hard facts. On the surface, this might seem irrational, but in the grand scheme of things, it turned out to be a reasonable decision. Why? Because these investors understood their own risk tolerance, their long-term investment goals, and their emotional ability to withstand short-term market volatility. So what's the takeaway? When it comes to making financial decisions, it's vital to balance rational thinking with a reasonable approach that takes into account our personal biases and emotions. Remember, sometimes being reasonable trumps being rational. Let's summarize what we've learned from the psychology of money. This enlightening journey has taken us through various facets of money and its psychological implications, each chapter revealing a new layer of understanding. First, we've learned that no one's crazy. Our financial decisions are shaped by personal experiences rather than just facts. What may seem irrational to one could be perfectly logical to another. Next, we dove into the unpredictable nature of luck and risk. Success and failure are often the result of factors beyond our control, and it's crucial to keep this in mind when making financial decisions. Then we tackled the concept of never enough. Greed can lead us down a perilous path, and understanding our financial desires can help us avoid detrimental decisions. In Confounding Compounding, we discovered the power of time and consistent investment. Even small amounts can grow into substantial wealth over time, emphasizing the importance of patience in wealth creation. During Getting Wealthy versus Staying Wealthy, we learned that these are two distinct skills. The latter requires frugality and a focus on preservation rather than just accumulation. Our discussion on Save Money highlighted the importance of saving as a means to gain financial security and freedom. It's not just about accumulating wealth, but also about preparing for unforeseen circumstances. In Reasonable Rational, we discovered that being reasonable with money, taking into account our personal biases and emotions, can often lead to better financial outcomes than simply being rational. In sum, understanding our psychological relationship with money is key in making sound financial decisions. It's not just about the numbers or financial equations, but also about our perceptions, biases, and emotional responses to money. As Morgan Housel puts it, mastering the psychology of money is more important than understanding financial equations. So start your journey towards financial wisdom today.